Hey, how's it going, everyone? It is Drago. Happy Spooktober, everyone. And since it's Spooktober, I thought I'd talk about something more spooky within fairy tale. And the first thing that came to mind for me was demons, which pretty much outside the demons of the Book of Zareth, we don't have too many of. So starting off, let's talk about the ones that aren't demons from the Book of Zareth, the first of which being introduced on Galuna Island, those being the villagers that live on the island, and those villagers turn out to be demons. As far as I know, they weren't created by anyone, they just existed there already. They do have a few interesting quirks to them compared to other demons throughout the series. The first being the ability to change appearance into that of a human, which in tandem with the Moondrip spell made the demons think that they were humans for a period of time, and then they did the Galuna Island quest to hopefully break the curse on the island, which the Moondrip spell made them think that they were humans, and then at night they would turn into demons because of the moon, when in all actuality they were just demons that could turn into humans, which some of them had wings where they could fly, and then others had other animalistic features on them. They also couldn't enter the holy grounds or the spot where the Moondrip spell was actually located, which no other demon throughout the whole show has really been shown to have this weakness. So I don't know if you want to classify this as demons, but I will say when they were saying the spell, they did say demons, when they were talking about it. But it's Spooktober, so I thought I'd throw it in. And the spell I'm talking about is from Brain or Zero in his fight against Natsu, and that spell being Genesis 0, which ended up having a bunch of demons, which honestly they look like ghosts, appear out of nowhere and consume Natsu, which sent him into a different dimension, which he just ended up burning his way out of anyway. Going on to the most known demons, and those being the ones from the Book of Zareth, which these were all made by Zareth himself with the purpose of them being strong enough to kill him, which the earliest ones shown in the story were Lullaby and Deliora. Probably the most strong and well-known ones came from the demons of Tartaros, which they had their own unique powers because they used curses instead of magic, and most of the Tartaros guild was able to use a more powerful mode that they would enter, and that was called Aetherius, which most of the time that boosted their base abilities and probably changed their form. Some examples of this being one of the Aetherius abilities, the guy could turn the whole battlefield into an ocean, summon a large amount of ether nano particles that would pretty much kill every normal person unless if you're a dragon slayer. But all the demons that went into this form, had wildly different abilities and bonuses that they got by going into that Aetherius form. And the demons of Tartaros were also unique in the fact of if they had a demon die, they had a lab to revive any demons, which at the time of the Tartaros arc, they basically thought they were immortal because no one would be able to kill them, which also in the same lab, they were able to give humans demon powers, which Neo Minerva is the most notable example of, which if we're going to be talking about demon humans, I cannot forget Fairy Tail's very own demon, Mira Jane, but also Natsu. So Mira, she can literally turn herself into demons and she can consume them to gain their powers, which she did to a lot of the demons at Tartaros, gaining their abilities, which was a massive power up for her. It was basically just free power ups for her at the end of that arc. So she has out the ability to switch between all these demon powers that she has, very similar to Urza's Requip or Lucy's Star Dress. And the final demon I shall be talking about today, that being Natsu Dragneel, human dragon slayer and the demon from the Book of E.N.D, which out of all of these is probably the person we know the most about since he's a main character, but we mainly only know about the human and dragon slayer side. It wasn't really until the final arc that we found out that he was E.N.D. That demon side is the littlest bit we know about Natsu, but he did have an E.N.D mode, or I guess you could call it Aetherius, which Natsu did take on more of a demon appearance, which if you want to know more about those forms, I did do a character video on Natsu that went way more in depth on them, so check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, what is your favorite demon from the series? Leave it in the comments below. Happy Spooktober, everyone. I hope you're having a great month. Thank you for watching, and this is Drago, signing out.